Alright, it seems like everybody's starting to join. Welcome back. We are back. Uh Dang, it's been a month. I didn't stream like that whole December break. Um but anyways, welcome back to Ring Chasers. We are now in season 9. That's crazy. We probably, if I would have never stopped, we probably been in season 20 by now. Uh but anyways, just wanted to go over a few things. Um, one big announcement. One big announcement is the league is officially balanced again. Obviously, our teams are going to be looking crazy, but every team is literally balanced. Like there are no overpowered teams outside of ours. There are no crazy juggernauts. Like I kind of did it the way our teams are, minus having multiple 99s. There is going to be teams that only has 199. There's going to be teams that have 198, maybe two. Like the teams are balanced. There are no overpowered teams. You won't see a team with 299s. You won't see a team with 399s. You'll see 199 and maybe a 98 or a 97. But there are no, if you see 299s, it's because it progressed into that. I didn't do that. I fixed everything. So that's number one. Number two, I'm gonna go ahead and start a game. I just wanted to show that. Um, and matter of fact, to show that the league is more balanced, the top of the tiers aren't even our teams. It's the Timberwolves and the Chicago Bulls, and everybody else is close. So it's not like we're gonna just be flooding these teams and instantly getting into the playoffs. No, you gotta win games for real now. Like the league is really balanced. If you not winning games, you ain't gonna make the playoffs. And even if you make the playoffs, you better hope that you can win games. So, but anyways, let me go ahead and get to a game. Like I said in the title, this is gonna be a short stream. I'll stop the stream about 1 o'clock. But um, so speaking of 99s, from now on, everybody has a 99. So if you would like to make a 99 for a 99 trade now, instead of doing a trade, because you know, like when you do trades for 99s, hold on, let me skip her. All right. So, like when you, in previous seasons, like whenever I try to trade 99s for a 99, you have to give an arm, a leg, you have to give ligaments just to get one person. So instead of doing that, we're just gonna do a swap. Like I'm not doing all that trading because I just fixed the league. I'm not trying to send guys to teams and make it and give somebody a crazy amount of players just for one guy. No, if you have a 99 and you want to trade for a 99, we'll just swap them out. That's number two. Number three. Give me 1 second. Number three. Well, I basically just said that. Like, I'm no longer doing the 3-for-1. Like, I'm not trading a million guys for one guy. That's just not happening. I'm not doing it because it's just gonna mess the league up again. That's what messed the league up in the first place. All right, number 4. If you have a guy that's like a 90, but you're trying to get a 93 and above, that's not happening no more. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not gonna be sending guys that I'm not gonna have you trade 190 for a 93. No, you gotta trade 2 guys like a 90 and a 91 for a 93. I'm not gonna. I want to keep the league balanced. I feel like that's gonna be the best way of seeing whose teams are really actually good. Because yeah, you know, it could be fun when it's all about us. Yeah, I get that. That's cool and all. But when we're also competing against the AI to get to the playoffs and stuff like that, that stuff matters too. Because if that's the case, if we were just doing us only, if we were only trying to see us, then I might as well just make a playoff simulation and just keep our teams the way they are, and we just do that. But that would be boring in my opinion, because then every season would just be the playoffs. It wouldn't even be a full season. But last but not least, my favorite thing that I want to talk about today. Now that we are in season 9, a GOAT tier, a GOAT tiers list has been implemented. Now, I'm going to go over the requirements. There are 3 tiers, and I'm going to go over the requirements on how to get into those tiers. And I'm going to tell everybody who's in what tier, and some people, believe it or not, are actually not even on the list. So, I'm going to go over all of the accolades that everybody has, and if they met the requirements to get into the tier list. So, here we go. Tier list number 1. I might change the requirement for this one because I don't like it for real. Yeah, I'm gonna change it real quick. So, for tier 1, originally I had all you had to do was make the playoffs 3 times, but I feel like that's just kind of basic. So, what I'm gonna do is, because I would have to go back and watch all the old videos to know how many times everybody made the playoffs. Cause I don't remember. I know for a fact I only missed the playoffs 1 time. That's the only thing that I know. So I made it every season but 1, so 8 seasons. No, 7 seasons, because this is the 9th season. So, tier 1, in order to get in, I'm undecided about it because I'm changing it last minute. Either you're gonna have to get 1 ring, or you're gonna have to make the playoffs 5 times. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, but because there's like the real NBA tier list, there are guys that never even won a ring, but they make a tier list. So it's like forcing somebody to have to win a ring just to get in tier 1. It's like I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to like think of it in the same way that they do the NBA tier list. So maybe make the playoffs 5 times. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think maybe make the playoffs 5 times. Because originally I had to make it 3 times. But I feel like that's just too easy. So that's tier 1. Tier number 2 is you have to win 2 rings, at least 2 rings, and either a Coach of the Year or an Executive of the Year award. That's tier number 2. That is finalized. Tier number 3. You must win 3 rings, 1 Coach of the Year or Executive of the Year, and you have to produce an MVP player. So let me repeat tier 3. You must win 3 rings, 1 Coach of the Year / Executive of the Year, and you have to produce an MVP player. Alright, we'll repeat number 2 and number 1 again, and then we'll go to what everybody has, and we will announce, because I remember during the finals I was like, we're going to announce who the best teams are based on records, and this is for every season. So again, tier number 3, tier number 3, well no, this is tier 1 actually. Tier 1, you have to have 3 rings, 1 Executive of the Year / Coach of the Year, and you have to produce an MVP player. Tier number 2, you must have 2 rings and 1 Coach of the Year or Executive of the Year. And then for tier 3, I'm still deciding is 1 ring or make the playoffs 5 times. I'm gonna think about it, but if y'all have anything y'all want to say about it, you let me know. But I'm more than likely just gonna do make the playoffs 5 times, so we'll see. Now we will go over the awards. We'll start with the easy teams. No. We'll just go down. The Orlando Magic. They have 3 rings and 1 Coach of the Year. No, I think it's it's the Coach of the Year. Okay. So the Orlando Magic have 3 rings and 1 Coach of the Year. So they are not eligible for tier 1. Myself, I'm not eligible for tier 1. So that automatically puts me in tier number 2. The Denver Nuggets, they have 2 rings, 3 Coach of the Year awards, 1 Executive of the Year award, and they actually have produced an MVP player. But they are in tier 2. They haven't won 3 rings. If they win a ring this year, they will be the first team to make it into tier 1. Now, Indiana Pacers. They have won 2 rings, 3 Coach of the Year awards, 1 Executive of the Year award. Have not produced an MVP player. The Miami Heat has won 2 Executive of the Year awards, and they've actually produced an MVP player. No rings, no Coach of the Year awards. The Phoenix Suns have no awards, no Coach of the Years, no Executive of the Years, no rings, nothing. So, with that being said, these are the people who are in tiers. Well, I'll say the teams. The Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat have not made the tier list. The Sacramento Kings are in tier 3. The Indiana Pacers are in tier 2. The Denver Nuggets are in tier 2. The Orlando Magic are in tier 2. So, no one is in tier 3. No one is in tier 1. We have 3 people in tier 2 and 1 person in tier 1. Now, for the best records, we'll go down the list. We'll go from the worst to the best. With the worst record, and this is based on streamed games, not seasons. Like for instance, like the Denver Nuggets. Like let's say they went 70. Let's say they went 80-2 one season. That doesn't count as far as what I'm doing. I'm doing the games that were streamed live. I'm not doing the actual records from that season. I'm not doing it like that. I'm doing it from streamed games. Games that we literally watched. And I went back and I saw every game. I saw who won and I wrote it down, and that's what I'm going based on. Now, with the worst record and ring chasers, we have the Miami Heat. They are 3-7 in watched games. Following the Miami Heat, this is actually a tough one because this can actually go back and forth. All right, so coming in at number 5 for the second worst record, we have the Phoenix Suns. They are 6-11. Coming in at number 4, being basically right in the middle. We have Indiana Pacers. They are 9-15 for watch games. And then coming in at number 3, we have the Denver Nuggets. They are 13-15 in watch games. Coming in at number 2, we have the Sacramento Kings, who are 18-14. And then coming in at number 1, we have the Orlando Magic, who are 22-14 in watch games. Now, the way I did this is, because I'm sure everybody's questioning how is this possible and all that stuff. So the way I did all of this is, I watched, like I said, I went back and I looked at all the games. The reason why my record and the Sacramento Kings, the reason why we have the most games is because those two finals that we played in, because one of them went to game 7, the last year's season went to game 7, and the one before that when we played went to game 5, I think. We won game 1, yeah, and then they won the other 4. So yeah, that's why our records are so much higher than everybody else's. And then I've also had some of the Sacramento Kings and the Nuggets, that one series where they were up we were watching the games at like 11 at night. We watched like a game or 2 from them. And that same thing happened with me and the Pacers, Orlando and the Pacers. So that's why like Martin and Corey, their records are so much lower than ours because they haven't really had a lot of playoff games watched. Neither has the Pacers or the Denver Nuggets. So that's why like 22-14 and then 18-14 because of it's mainly because of the playoff games. That's why that is the way it is. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about. We talked about trades, how the league is balanced again, and then the tier list. I'm actually excited to see who's going to be the first person to make that tier 1, because the only thing that's keeping me out of tier 1 is producing an MVP player. The only thing that's keeping the Denver Nuggets and the Indiana Pacers out of tier 1 is they don't have that 3rd ring. But the Indiana Pacers also need to produce an MVP player. But the Denver Nuggets, if they win a ring this year, they are automatically going to be the first tier 1 team, because they've done everything but won a ring, at least in these couple of seasons. They did in previous seasons, but anyway, I'm gonna go over that one more time. So the awards are a championship, coach of the year, executive of the year, and producing an MVP player. So it's 4 things. The Phoenix Suns have none. The Sacramento Kings have 1 ring, nothing else. The Miami Heat have produced an MVP, and they have 2 executive of the year awards. The Indiana Pacers have 2 rings, 3 coach of the year awards, 1 executive of the year award. Have not produced an MVP player. That's the only thing that they're really missing, is producing an MVP player and 1 more ring. The Denver Nuggets have 2 rings, 3 coach of the year awards, 1 executive of the year award, and have produced an MVP player. By default, the Denver Nuggets have done more than any other team. But the only thing is they need that one extra ring. But they've done everything. They've done everything but gotten that third ring. They are the only team that has done everything. The only other team that is close to doing everything is the Indiana Pacers. They have to produce an MVP player. The Orlando Magic doesn't have an Executive of the Year award, and they have not produced an MVP player. And then obviously the list goes on and on. But yeah, I'm excited about this tier list. It makes it even more competitive. Like I was telling my dad, I think this is going to be the best season yet. Because let me go look back at pictures, because the best season I think was the year that me and Uncle, when we went to a final the first time. I think that was the most exciting season, if I'm not mistaken. It was either that one or let me just look. It was It was either season 5 or season 6. That was the most exciting. Anywhere from 4 to 6, because 7 is when 7 and 8 they were alright. But I think this is going to top all those other seasons just because everybody's teams, every team in the league is good. There are no bad teams. Because, like, before I touched any team, like I told my dad and Isaiah, there were teams that had 7 centers on their team. And all 7 of those centers were 90 plus. Like, there was a team that had, it was the Utah Jazz. They had Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and man, they team was crazy, man. They were crazy. And it was the same thing with point guards. You know, it was every position. Like, they were just stacked up on one team. And I had to take care of that. Because if I didn't, then you're not getting the best out of the other teams. You're just winning games. Like, I don't know. That's just not fun to me.
And here are the Heat now. They lead by 11.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting.
All right, but that's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of this game. If you have any questions or anything, put it down in the comments before the game ends, because I'm probably just gonna stream this one game. I already have the schedule made. I'll get started with that. I'll get that started either, I don't know, next week, or if my dad is off tomorrow, then I'll start tomorrow, something like that, where he can watch the game from home or something like that. But
he's confident at everything he does.
We'll see. So yeah, let y'all enjoy the rest of this game. Sign out for now. And prepare for season 9 of the Ring Chasers. We are now in the Valley. Anything you want to, any trades you feel like you got in mind? Anything. If you good with your team, just be ready. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be tough. So yeah, I'm out. Signing out.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. 5 minutes out there with Allen. Then there's Gasol. There's Tracy McGrady. And it's Kidd in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
And look at how quick he was to fight. He left his feet way too soon.
Halliburton passes to Mobley. Gets the three-point on the fall.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside. As good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the ball.
Larry Bird grabs the miss. And so Bird will bring it up for Indiana. Trailing here by 8. Durant kicks to Halliburton. Mobley sets the pick for Halliburton. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Bird from the arc. It's hauled in by McGrady. Miami leading by 8. Pass to Kidd. Back to McGrady. Good looking screen by Gasol. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now a timeout called by Miami. And the Heat with some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Gasol. Barkley comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Scotty Barnes in for Allen. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Well, I was able to hear the Heat coach go over his game plan during the break. He told him it's all about maintaining the lead. He told him he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys,
okay, David, thanks. Here's LeBron, and he nails that one right through the net.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place. Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Pacers trail by 6. Durant, wide open, fires. That's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight. Kidd passes to Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
How about the killer pull of Olajuwon? Loves to put the team on his back when the game gets tight.
KD against Barnes. Durant, the pass to Murray. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring record for the Heat.
I think the mid-range game has been a go-to option for them in this game. And when it's working like it is for them, I see no reason to make a change.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Scotty Barnes is a natural leader, someone that wants to take important shots for his team.
He makes the first of 3, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The second one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
The confidence of Scotty Barnes' game is pretty inspiring. Even against savvy veteran opponents, he believes in his own abilities, and he gets it done. Well, showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Barnes against Durant. From deep. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's do they want to take the big shot.
Screen by Barkley. Here's McGrady. Miami no good on that time either. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Van Arsdale. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Miami have gone 3 of 7 from the fourth. That's a 42% in the quarter.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
As you've seen, they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
The first break, here comes Indiana. It comes, and the foul. They get Jason Kidd.
Big time baskets at a big time moment.
This is why we all want the NBA is about these moments. Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Scotty Barnes being big time in big time moments.
Timeout call for Pacers. They're trailing by 1. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Timeout, timeout.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
There's the three. Beyond the arc. And he was not the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but the foul there, but I think he's probably the last guy. We want to see him.
Now at the line, Tracy McGrady.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so the big win